So Ethan, based on everything we've kind of spoke about today on the call, where you're kind of at, why you're there, because of that fear that's been holding you back, and where you told me that you're looking to get to, those goals that you told me about having that freedom and not being stuck in this job. I do feel like, you're going to be a good fit for this and that I am going to be able to help you today, lad. So my question for you is, do you want me to actually run you through what the next few months will look like for you if you do decide to take action today?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Beautiful, beautiful. So what I've sort of came up for you, Ethan, is like a 4 month plan. I know we talked about getting to your goals in 6 months, but this will kind of outline the next 4 months for you if you do decide to take action, all right?
Yeah.
So the best way to kind of explain this, just so that you have the best understanding of what it actually is, it's like think of it like learning how to drive, right? So the first month of that 4 month plan is essentially learning the basics. The same way as whenever you learn to drive, you learn the clutch, the gears, the mirrors, right? Just the foundation. Month two is just kind of trying to start putting that into practice. Maybe driving on like a back road, you know, just putting it into practice, starting to just get a feel for the car. Month three is, maybe a bit more advanced than that, taking the car out on the main road, building up that confidence, trying to make the process become like second nature for you, right? With me?
Yeah.
Easy. Month four is like passing your test. You have all that confidence, you have all the skills in place, you're ready to go out in the real world. This is kind of like the structure that we do, essentially make for you, lad, because we just want to make sure that you don't go wrong and you have that sort of clarity as to what the next 4 months is going to look like. Do you feel like having that sort of structure, that plan in place is going to benefit you?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Okay, lad, well, why?
Well, I see what you mean by sort of learning to drive, but like, what does that structure actually look like? I know you need to build a foundation and then you need to, like you says, learn how to drive, but what does that actually entail, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man. We'll get on to that. But just before we do jump over to that, right? I just kind of want to make you aware that, I talked about a 4 month plan, but just so you
Hmm.
know, it all really comes down to how fast you actually do want to progress because there's nothing stopping you from doing that in 2 months. I've seen
Hmm.
personally doing it in a month. There's boys
Yeah.
like a year. It all comes down to how much sort of time and effort you're willing to dedicate into this. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. And yeah, I know obviously you're eager to hear it in more detail, so I'm guessing that you would want me to break that down for you.
Yeah, man, for sure, definitely.
Easy, easy. So, touched on that foundation, learning the basics. So that's kind of the first thing that we're going to focus on here, right? It's like the way we kind of teach you that foundation, that basic knowledge, is through like a structured training plan. So essentially, it's YouTube videos, all structured, all in the right order, so that you don't get lost. Because like I know for you, you were telling me that in sort of with previous experiences, whenever you were starting to think about jumping into the online space, there was too much information out there. And you got confused. So that's exactly why that sort of comes in, that structure, so that you don't get confused. And all these videos, you can kind of watch them whenever, wherever, whenever you feel like it, whenever you have the time. How does that sound to you, Ethan?
Yeah, man, sounds good. Like,
Awesome, awesome. And also, once you actually watch the videos, you'll take some notes, and then at the end of each video, well, at the end of every couple of videos, there's like a quiz to make sure that you're actually retaining the information, and it's not just going in one ear and out the other. Is that
yeah, yeah, that makes sense, man. So you're not just ticking boxes, you're actually having to implement what you're learning. Yeah, no, that makes sense, man.
So do you feel like having that structure is actually going to sort of help you then?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Because like, based on past experiences, right, where you've kind of touched on that you were getting lost and you were kind of losing motivation. I mean, let's say you didn't have that structure in place. What do you feel like would happen here?
Just the same thing, man. I'd lose motivation and not really sort of know where to put my time and energy into. Do you know what I mean?
And I'm guessing that's obviously something that you don't want.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, fuck that.
Easy, lad. The second thing I kind of want to talk about is the coaching that we kind of spoke about briefly earlier, right? So the way the coaching works is there's 20 live coaching calls per week. There you can jump on if you have any questions, you can jump on, ask some of the coaches. They'll tell you where you're going wrong and they'll just put you on the right path. Because like I know for you, Ethan, like because you're so new to this, you might have some questions. Same way as whenever you tried dropshipping, you had questions, but you didn't really have anyone to ask those questions to. So do you
Mhm.
feel like having, that coach in place to actually keep you right would be helpful?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Okay, and why?
Well, like you says, like when you're learning, man, you need to ask questions, like, or else if you get stuck, you just get stuck. So asking questions to get answers I need, like, I definitely see a positive to that. Like,
So like is what you're kind of saying, it's valuable to kind of have that sort of level of
yeah,
feedback.
yeah, definitely.
Beautiful, beautiful. The third thing that, that's actually kind of made for you to help you, right? So that's like the community that we talked about as well. So the way the community works, there's like 800 people within the community. The reason why that's kind of there for you, you told me earlier that you're working as an auto spark, and within that job you're looking about all the boys on site, and it kind of drains you. You feel like they just don't align with your goals and that they actually put you down and take you further away from your goals. So that's
Yeah.
exactly why we have 800 people within the community, all kind of in similar positions to you, or maybe that have been in the same position as you are right now. They're all working towards the same goal of having freedom, being successful. Do you feel like having 800 success people who want to be successful as opposed to the people that you're surrounded by right now is going to be helpful?
No, definitely having that community of people on the same path, striving for the same goals is would be beneficial, man. Because see, in this factory lad with them wild boys, like it's not nice, man. Like you says, it just drains your energy being around them. So yeah, being around people with the same mindset, same goals, yeah, definitely beneficial. Like,
Awesome. Awesome, lad. Glad to hear it. Let me ask you this, Ethan, a bit of a random question, right? But what benefit would you having all these things, that community, that knowledge, that guidance actually have if we didn't actually teach you how to make money with it, lad?
yeah, yeah, be pretty fucking stupid. Like,
Exactly. So that's where we solve that problem, right? So essentially, once we do see that you're using all these tools, correctly, obviously you'll be taught how to use everything. Once we see that you're, holding yourself accountable, putting in the work every single day, grafting, you're locked in. We actually work with plenty of creators, communities, and we can reach out to them. And once you have those skills in place, we'll be able to place you in roles. Or if we see that you're really standing out, really putting in the work, we can also offer you a role here with us at ABC. Fully remote, fully aligned with kind of how you want to see success. How do you feel like that would be for you? If you were able to have that role and actually have that freedom.
well, that's the main goal, man. Is get a job, start making money from home. Like, so yeah, fucking for sure.
Hmm. Okay, awesome. So, like Ethan, based on everything we kind of spoke about there, the knowledge, the community, the guidance, and also helping you land that role once you do use all these tools. Do you see this actually taking you out of the situation that you're in and getting you to your goals?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Okay, and why? What sort of stood out to you the most?
Just it just seems very well structured, man. Like, seems like there would be no reason for me to fail unless it comes down to me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I've seen the testimonials there, guys have came through and they've fucking done it. Like, so to me, it's like what you guys provide. There's not really, obviously, I don't know because I'm not in it yet, but I don't really see any faults. Do you know
Yes.
what I mean? So
Okay.
it's like it all falls down to me. So yeah,
Hmm. Is it like kind of what we spoke about with the gym earlier? Like you can have like all the things in place, like the diet plan, the coach, everything, but as you're kind of saying, it does come down to you and how you apply those tools.
yeah, exactly, man.
Beautiful. So just to be clear then, so we're on the same page, you do feel like this is the right thing for you.
Yeah, man, for sure,
Mhm.
definitely.
Great lad. Great. Well, I'm glad you're saying that. And like just to kind of tie this all on, would I be right in saying that the actions that you have took have got you to this point, and you need to start taking actions to get you out of the situation, but you're not going to be able to if you don't actually have those things in place then.
Yeah, take action.
Yeah, but I mean, will you be able to actually take action and get yourself out of the situation that you're in without, you know, the community, the guidance, the knowledge, and actually us helping you land that role.
Yeah, do I think I can do it myself?
Yeah. Or do you feel like those things are essential?
Nah, those things are pretty essential. Like,
Hmm. And why do you feel like they're essential?
well, like I says, I've seen people come through and do it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I could do it myself, man, but it would take far too long. I'd get lost in the videos online. I'll not have anyone to point me in the right direction when I get lost. I'll I'll not have that structure like he says you have going down step by step. Like that's just almost like a fucking straight narrow road to
Mhm.
get to where I want to be. Do you know what I mean? Instead of fucking trying to look around for the fucking right turn every day. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, it
So it's
would,
like the simplest path, the most direct path to actually get
yeah,
out of the situation and closer to your goal. Awesome.
exactly.
Beautiful. So Ethan, lad, if you do see this actually getting you out of your situation and towards your goals, I mean, I'm gonna put the ball in your court, lad. Where do you want to go from here?
Yes, lad, I would like to go ahead and join.
Awesome, awesome. But like, in order to join, in order to actually start overcoming that fear, so that we can get you out of the situation that you're in and to the goals that you want to achieve, it is going to come down to a one-time investment of 8K USD.
Okay, okay. No, that's it.